Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the second of 4 to begin the week between the San Antonio Missions and the Corpus Christi Hooks. The Missions enter the day with their winning streak at 10 games. They'll try to extend it next. Sam Johnson, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Maury McLeod, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Montañez over at second. Castro on at first with nobody out. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Chacin backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team's starting lineup. Coming to the plate now, Professor Slugger, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Slugger.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit the other way out toward right field. Montañez has it in his tracks, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in to try it again, T.J. Jordan. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Swing and a ground ball to third. Oh, it takes a nasty hop and he's unable to haul it in.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Professor Slugger. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Find the ball, find the ball.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, one away. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Professor Slugger. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
First pitch of the at-bat. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Now the 1-0 is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
The 2-0 on the way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he'll make it into third base with a leadoff triple. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Roll, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Digging in and looking for more, Matt Stroud. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Ready with the 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Ready for another chance. Oswaldo Chacin and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Slugger stands at third with one gone in the inning. To third. Throw on to first will be in time, but meanwhile the lead shrinks to 1 here on the RBI ground ball.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut their deficit to only 1 run.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Professor Slugger. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. One out, one on in a 1-run game. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
That was one of the easiest takes he'll have all year, and it puts him in a great hitter's count. He's got to take advantage of this situation.
The 2-0 is looked at for ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
The 3-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this will wind up being a foul ball. And here's the 3-2 from him. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gomez giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Hooks jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Sam Johnson wins his 3rd of the season. Connor Fernandez records the save, his 4th of the season. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Hooks, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error.
Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Texas League. Tonight it's game 3 of this 4-game set between the San Antonio Missions and the Corpus Christi Hooks. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Chris Padilla, the Venezuelan left-hander, will be the man on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that added a new pitch to his repertoire, the split finger. He won't throw it that often. I think one of the reasons he tried to pick up this pitch, had a difficult time throwing the straight changeup, and sometimes the splitter is the quick pitch fix for that. So it'll be interesting to see how and when he uses the splitter in this one here today.
Striding into the box, Andres Gomez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Down the third baseline. Waited. To first. He is out. And what a vital play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard.
Great reactions on that one, and a good job to get down on the ground in time to smother it. Still had to get up and make a throw, and of course, he did that too.
Stepping in, Professor Slugger. He was 1 for 4 with a triple in the ball game last night.
Professor Slugger.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively.
Striding in once again, Professor Slugger. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes.
It's moments like this as a pitcher when you feel the whole world is against you. You're already in hot water with the bases loaded, so it doesn't make life any easier when you're not getting calls that you think you should.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
There's certain pitches throughout the game that decide whether you win or lose it. This is certainly one of the bigger moments right here.
Rivera on third, Lim on second, Villanueva on at first with 2 down. 3-0 now.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
The 3-0. Line towards center field. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. And a relay home. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, this one's a long way from being over, D-Roll, but that big base hit right there gives him a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Dan, without question right there. Huge at bat. Gives his team the lead. Hopefully the pitcher's able to settle down now. He's got some runs on his back, and he's able to go out and execute.
So digging in now, Matt Stroud, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Here comes the 0-1. A bouncer to the left side, fielded cleanly. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 2 base hits, 1 error, and 2 men left stranded. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Missions lead it 2-0. Now at the plate, Professor Slugger, coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one just missed outside.
Yeah, and that splitter is normally the go-to pitch to this guy, but it really hasn't shown that good downward action that he usually has. He needs to get back to finishing it out front.
The 1-1 misses for the second ball.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at-bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Looks at a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat. 3-1. The 3-1. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
As the pitching coach heads out to the mound, I think this is probably just a case of giving your guy a chance to catch his breath, pump him up a little bit, let him know that he's got it under control.
Ready once again, Matt Stroud.
Now batting, catcher, Matt Stroud.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Here's the two-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball 4.
And as a pitcher, that's always tough. Looked like he got a bad break on some of those calls, but he's got to learn that sometimes the calls don't go your way, and you've just got to move on. That's something that young pitchers can have a hard time with, though.
Ready for another shot now. Oswaldo Chacin. He singled his last time up. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Montañez is there. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the 1 run scores here in the frame. So 1 run on 2 hits, including the home run, no errors, and 3 men left on base. Last half of the 5th coming up. San Antonio's out in front, 3-0. So striding in, Professor Slugger. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Here's the 2-1 home. This is in the air to left. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
So striding forward now, Professor Slugger earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Liner toward right center. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Montañez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Missions lead it 6-0.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
A 6-0 shutout to finish off tonight's game. The Missions led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Grover Lloyd with his 4th win this season. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com. Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the Double-A Texas League. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the San Antonio Missions and the Corpus Christi Hooks. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Theo Hope, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
At the plate, Professor Slugger, and he's one to watch out for. A 7-game hitting streak coming in.
Professor Slugger.
Here's the first pitch to him. Line towards center field. And he will run this one down as he pulls it in around the letters, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Maury McLeod. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Grounder down the line at third. Oh, what a start. The throw. Hey now. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Into the box now, Professor Slugger.
Number 16, Professor Slugger.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Digging in the switch hitter, Max Stone. He drove home 2 with a single in his last plate appearance.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later inning.
This one's down to third. And there's one away. Leading off the inning, Professor Slugger, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Here comes the first pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
There's a called strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Digging in once again, Professor Slugger. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick them up right here.
The 0-1 pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Sent on the ground out to second. Asuncion loves it. throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors in the inning, and 2 men left on base. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Hooks are out in front here, 4-3. Digging in, Professor Slugger. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Here's the first pitch to him. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Lim at second. Torres at first. 2 out in the inning. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Hey, hats off to the pitching staff right here. They've been able to hold a hot hitter in check in Game 4 this series.
Little chopper back to the mound. On to first, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, he does surrender 1 run, so it wasn't a flawless performance. But in this game, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough to win, and he was.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. The Hooks jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Theo Hope earns the win, his 2nd. Connor Fernandez wraps it up for the save, his 5th of the year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on The Show. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the San Antonio Missions and the Midland Rockhounds. It's baseball on The Show, and it's coming up next. Gary Williams, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Standing in, Professor Slugger. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Slugger.
First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. Oh, they come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've had a rough go of it of late as they've lost 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
Fox is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. San Antonio's out in front, 2-0. Digging in now, Eric Manzo. He drew a walk his first time up.
Eric Manzo.
The 3-1. Line drive to left. Caesar is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Missions lead it 2-0. Now to the plate, Professor Slugger. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Professor Slugger.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And no one will get this one. Now the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Bases are empty here. Nobody out. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Fox is over to his left as he snags this one. Stepping into the box, Jake Smolinski. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Base hit, and they're into the hit column. And this will find its way out near the 355 sign. And he'll reach second now with one away.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Coming to the plate now, Professor Slugger. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Slugger.
Here comes the first pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike. Missed with a breaking ball.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
The 1-1 home. Misses, ball 2. Ball even at 2-2. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. The 3-2 pitch. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Now at the plate, Matt Stroud. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Matt Stroud.
Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
In now, Oswaldo Chacin, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Slugger is off of first with 2 away. Runner goes for second. Strike called. Now the throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Hey, it's almost impossible to throw a base runner out that gets a lead that big. And plus, this catcher's not known for having a cannon of an arm.
From the stretch. Left side. Oh, he gets a glove on it here to knock it down. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Boy, you know, D-Row, every pitcher loves that. Shortstop does a great job just to knock that ball down, to keep it from the outfield, to keep that runner from advancing all the way to home.
Yeah, and as a former middle infielder, Dan, we love this stuff. This is what gets you jacked up, trying to save runs for your pitcher, give you another chance to execute and get us out of this inning.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. San Antonio's out in front, 3-1. So stepping in, Professor Slugger. He singled his last time up.
Slugger.
First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
The windup and the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Arturo is after it. He's got it one away. Digging in, Professor Slugger. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Slugger.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Soft liner to the right side. He'll get to this one deep in the hole. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and a couple of men left. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. The Missions lead it 4-2.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
4-2 the final score tonight. The San Antonio Missions jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Brian Mitchell wins his 3rd of the season. Lewis McCoy earns the save out of the bullpen, his 14th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the 2nd of 4 between the San Antonio Missions and the Midland Rockhounds. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Daniel Gossett is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's ERA. Any ERA under 4 is pretty good in this day and age of baseball when we have all these high-scoring, high-flying affairs. This guy knows how to pitch. He knows how to control the running game. And most importantly, he's not afraid to throw strikes. We'll see how he does in this one.
Third baseman. Professor
Now batting, Professor Slugger. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row getting to 500.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. San Antonio's out in front, 2-0. Stepping in, Professor Slugger. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Slugger.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Heading out toward shallow right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Settling in now, Professor Slugger. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Slugger.
First offering on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Into the box now, Oswaldo Chacin. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Here's the 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. To the bottom of the 6th inning, the Rockhounds lead it 4-2. Ready now, Professor Slugger. He singled his last time up.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Bloom, a native of the state of Delaware. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end. The windup and the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Ooh, I'm shocked he took that pitch right there. That ain't plus 90s right there. That's mid to low 90s fastball in the honey hole. I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that one.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitchers' pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
And here's a slider, strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs. Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Rockhounds took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Daniel Gossett wins his 3rd of the season. Michael Bloom hammers down the save, his 7th of the campaign. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
The final.
Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Texas League. Tonight it's game 3 of this 4-game set between the San Antonio Missions and the Midland Rockhounds. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Michael Dye will do the pitching in game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Stepping into the box, Professor Slugger, and their runners at the corners now.
Slugger.
First offering on its way. On the ground to the left side. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a base hit. Also 1 error in the inning, but 2 men left on. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. Digging in to try it again, Professor Slugger.
Professor Slugger.
Now the pitch. Well hit to right, but a foul ball. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. Popped him up. Medrano over to his right. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half of the inning. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Rockhounds are out in front, 1-0. Digging in once again, Professor Slugger. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Now the pitch. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the 6th inning.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. Heater gets turned around.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Stroud. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. One there, on to first, and they get them both.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result, a double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
Ready once again, Professor Slugger. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
Here's the first pitch to him. Chopper foul. Villanueva on at first, nobody out. Here it comes on 0-2. A bouncer to the left side, and that'll be another base hit as it's through into left, so it's 2 straight knocks to start the 8th.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Ready for another shot now, Matt Stroud. And he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
First and second here with nobody out. Bunt sign still on with 2 strikes as he puts this one down. Only played at first, so the sacrifice works that time. Ready for another chance, Oswaldo Chacin, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. The 3-1, and he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Well, tough to say if that was their intention or not, but it's not the worst thing that could happen. A force at every base now, so there are a lot of ways to get out of this.
Striding in once again, Angel Rosales. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here now the 2-2. Hit down the line at first. And this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that. 1 run is scored. The tying run is in to score from second. It's now a 5-5 ball game.
Boy, there are base hits, but then there are big base hits, D-Row. This one's getting late. That is a huge 2 RBI base hit to tie things up.
Yeah, Dan, in the late innings, the pressure gets higher. It's who can control their emotions, and from an offense.
Stepping up now, Professor Slugger. He singled his last time up.
Slugger.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball just a bit high.
This game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
The 1-0 is in there for strike one.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Lim over at second. Villanueva at first with no outs. Line to the right side, but foul. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike three.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact. And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
A tight one, 7-6, the final score tonight. San Antonio posted 4 runs in the 8th on the way to victory. Ramon Blanco gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Mark Womack closes the door for the save, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Rockhound, 2 runs, 6 hits.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Tulsa Drillers and the San Antonio Missions. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Jordan Lyles will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that throws 2 types of fastballs. A 4-seamer, which is more of his true riding fastball that he'll throw up in the zone. And the 2-seamer is the one that he'll sink to try to get ground balls. So even though the fastball is 1 pitch, he has 2 pitches that are different, even though they're both fastballs. A 4-seamer up in the zone, 2-seamer down in the zone to try to get the ground ball.
Now at the plate, Angelo Chavez. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Dero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Matty, this team's lineup is dead last in batting average, and I tell you what, that does not bode well for the rest of the season. If you do not have professional at-bats up and down the lineup, or at least 6 to 7 guys, it is eventually going to...
Standing in, Professor Slugger. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line to the right side. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game, watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Now at the plate, Rafi Lopez.
Batting 6th, catcher, Rafi Lopez.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back. Slugger leads off first with 1 away. pulls this one into the air out into right field. Moving under it, Redding. 2 gone. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Oswaldo Chacin, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. The 1-0, and there he goes towards second. Pitch inside, the throw, and he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Now at the plate, John Suzuki.
Leading out for Tulsa, shortstop, John Suzuki.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Slugger is under it. 1 away. At the plate, Professor Slugger. He singled his last time up.
Professor Slugger.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Heading out toward shallow right. Ramirez ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Angelo Chavez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Ground to third. Slugger is there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Digging in, Professor Slugger. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Professor Slugger.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit out towards second. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Nothing doing here this half. 8th inning coming up. Tulsa's out in front here, 1-0.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Tulsa Drillers took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Dustin Rosales with his 4th win this season, and it's a dandy, a complete game 3-hit performance. Jordan Lyles is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
After a brief trial move, this prospect is being returned to his original role. For now, anyways.